All right, great Monday morning, right? Yeah, Monday morning. Oh my gosh, it's been one of those days already. Nothing set up the right way. I just went live. No thumbnails, no nothing. Man, it's Monday. It's a manic Monday, but we are still coming in like we do each and every day to get your day started off, midday started off on the right foot with some information, inspiration, motivation, so that you can go out and attack today. Yep. Lots going on. Lots to adjust to today, but we're still making it happen. Hope you guys are having a great start to the week and almost the end of November. Can you believe that already? Wow. It is, it's incredible to think that 2024 is just about out the door. And today we want to talk about something that has been on my mind here lately, especially after having been in Chicago last week, which is the need for progress, consistent progress. And we strive for perfection, but we're after progress, right? And so you want to make sure that you're progressing. You're never going to be perfect, but you should try. Vince Lombardi said, perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. That's pretty powerful right there, right? It's kind of like when people say, right, if you shoot for the moon, you land amongst the stars. Well, the same thing here. If you go after perfection, you'll at least catch excellence. You're not going to just be good enough. It's not going to be great. It's going to be excellent. And why not be excellent instead of great or good or average or just enough? Because that sucks. I'm here to tell you. Having just enough, being just enough. We should be striving for perfection. For perfection, he tried to say, right? And even in manufactured home sales and whatever it is that you do, but for those of us that are in manufactured home sales, we should be striving for perfection because we know that what we do is systems based. It's a process. There's a process to what you do, and you've got to be able to follow that process. You've got to be able to work the process each and every day. Those of you that are housing consultants, those of you the community managers, those of you on the sales side of things, right? You can't spend so much time trying to perfect everything. You can't, if you're trying to put an ad together for Facebook, it's never going to be perfect. And so if you're trying to get it perfect and you're wasting time right there, you're losing the momentum you could be building by just putting it together and put it out there, because you're missing so many opportunities. You're missing so much potential by wanting that video to be just perfect, for wanting that ad to look perfect. And in the meantime, you're losing sales, you're losing opportunities, right? And so that pursuit of perfection will only delay progress. You're after progress, whether you're new at this or whether you've been doing it for 5, 10, 20 years. It's about progress each and every day. If you notice, for those of you that have seen it, every morning I put out a clock, right? Put out a clock, usually the time that I get started working, and the note below that time, it's the first thing that says, obviously, thanking God for the day, but want to be 1% better today than we were yesterday. We want to be 1% better today than we were yesterday. Making that progress, growing, and continuing to learn, right? Now, when we're talking about progress, what's the difference between progress and perfection? So progress is continuously improving. It's making things better than what it was before, right? Taking action, taking steps that are going to lead towards the goal, that are going to be about learning, about growing, about improving along the way. It prioritizes momentum over getting everything just right. Momentum, especially in sales, especially in manufactured home sales, is so important. If you don't have the momentum on your side, if you let the momentum fade, you've got to rebuild everything. You've got to start lifting that rock, rolling that rock back up the hill again. We've all seen that picture, right? Somebody trying to push that rock up the hill, that big boulder, when you had it up on top already, because you let momentum go. There may be things that happen that get in the way of you continuing on with that momentum, but you can't let that get in the way. Right now, had a call this morning with one of our clients where they had an issue happen last week that kind of squandered their momentum, took the wind out of their sails. But we have to have that discussion. We have to just talk about how, hey, sometimes things happen. Those are those opportunities to learn. Those are the opportunities to get better. It's the opportunity to prove to yourself that those things are not going to set you back. You can adapt, you can overcome, you continue to grow and get better. So when you do have those moments, you look for the solutions. You don't focus on the problem. You pay attention to the problem and then you search out the solution. But if you just stay focused on the problem, well, this isn't working. This isn't working. Why is this not working yet? You're going to lose the momentum. Your focus went from the momentum and the progress and everything that we're doing to what's not working now. The one thing that's not working, you started focusing on that. And it kills your progress. Simply because everything has to be perfect in order for things to move forward? No, right? So that's what progress is, because perfection is an idea. Okay? We've all heard the term idealist, right? I'm not an idealist. I'm a realist. An idealist is a person who, oh, the world can be so great if everybody just did this, and oh, if everyone did that, and if this was the right way, people talk to each other, and they did this and they did that, and as long as this all works, and we got to make sure that's not freaking real. That's not reality. Just like perfection is not reality. Perfection left us a long time ago, folks, depending on what your belief is, right? So perfection, it's an ideal, a standard that's so high that it's not attainable. However, okay, when you do strive for perfection, that's when you can reach excellence. Let's go back to that example of the ads. Okay. I tell everybody all the time, look, just put it together, get it out. The first one you do is not going to be as good as the second, which won't be as good as the third or the 10th or the 100th or the 1000th. But they continue to get better. So in that case, striving for perfection is always tweaking, adjusting, looking, okay, what happened with this one? This one didn't work. Let me try this other house, or let me try changing what I show as pricing on there, or let me maybe add this type of verbiage. Let me change this type of, let me use some graphics. Let me not use some. It's working with these things to establish progress. And that is working towards perfection. What would be not working towards perfection would be putting out that ad and then not paying attention to what it does, not posting ads the day after, and then coming back 3 or 4 days later and trying to post another ad that was the same, or just, or for those of you that are lazy out there and just want to say, well, yeah, I posted my ads today, and all you did was just repost the ad, right? Renew the ad as opposed to posting a new one. That's not striving for perfection. So staying the same, all you do when you stay the same is you get passed by. You get passed by those of us that are always moving, improving, tweaking things. This didn't work. Let me try it this way. Hey, this worked a little bit. So what if I do this? Oh, no, we went backwards. Let's go this other route and let's do this. Hey, let's change this advertisement from this to that. Let's change the verbiage from that to this. Let's add a form here instead of doing this over there. That is a strive for perfection. What do you do in your line of business to strive for perfection? No matter what it is that you do, whether you're working the grill at some restaurant, or whether you're out there selling homes or selling cars or fixing AC units, how do you strive for perfection? Each and every one of you should, right? So how do we benefit from chasing perfection? It helps you aim higher, first of all. It helps you push beyond mediocrity or average. And some of you have seen the banner that we have here in our office, right? Average is the enemy, because you're so conditioned to just want to be just enough, and that's not good enough. So we're after perfection. So when you strive for it in our work, when you strive for perfection in your work, it forces you to elevate your standards. It forces you to think outside of the box. It forces you to be creative. It forces you to continue to get better at your craft, keep tweaking, keep learning so you can add new things. To this day, I still do this. We're 19 months into this business. And I've shared with you guys, I had to learn so many things when I started it. I had no idea about creating websites. I had to learn how to even do that. I had to learn some other things. I had to build out some products. And those products hadn't worked, and we changed some stuff on the products. We changed some stuff in the programs. I've changed the way I've done ads. I've changed the way I've marketed. I've changed the way that I just now I'm revamping our website. And I think it's progress. It's not perfect. It's not everything that I want to see, but it's 10,000 times better than what it was before. The homepage, at least the last few couple of pages that we've created, I think have been fantastic for where we're at right now. It's not where those are not going to work for where we want to be, but it's going to help get us there. It's going to help get us to that next level. What we had got us to here, and now we got to change what's here to get us to there. And then guess what? Then when we get there, we keep growing to get to the other level and the other level. Because the other thing is this: when you chase perfection, it never ends. And you know what happens when you're in that zone, when you get to be that type of person? You're working with purpose. You're never bored. You're never allowing yourself to get truly down. You may get down because some stuff doesn't work out, but you bounce right back because you don't let those things keep you down. Because you understand that you're constantly reinventing yourself. You're constantly growing. You're constantly moving forward. So when you're chasing perfection, right, the key is to be able to balance that perfection with the commitment to progress. In other words, I'm shooting for this, but it's got to at least get better. Okay. Today we have our 2025 Path to Mastery, right? We started tonight, and it's tomorrow as well. And so last year did it. It was just 7 months as a business, I think 7 or 8 months. And it was one day. No, we made it 2 days. That time, just a few people. This time, a few more people. And changed the whole setup of it. Change the workbook is 10 times, 100 times better. Heck, the way it's set up online is better. You just continue to improve. It's progress. Next year, I'm already thinking about next year. Next year, guess what? I'm going to announce it right now. Next year, for those of you in Phoenix, we're going to do this thing in Phoenix. I don't know how yet, but it's going to be in freaking Phoenix. I'm telling you right now. So those of you in Phoenix, Arizona, you're going to be able to come live to this event. So get ready. All right. I know there's some of you in Phoenix that are going to be in this thing tonight and tomorrow. We're going to do it live. So just continue to now it gives us something to be excited to work for. How are we going to make that one better? It's about progress all of the time, right? So the goal is not to get stuck on perfect, but it's to use it as a compass to reach excellent. High performers, okay? How is it the high performers use this way of being? Well, you understand that perfection is only a destination that's always moving. It's always growing. Like I tell you guys all the time, the goalpost is always moving. You never reach the end, Okay. So you aim to get better each and every day. How are you getting better? How are your ads getting better? How are your calls getting better? Okay. The high performers also understand that where perfection actually matters. And what that means by that, okay, is your paperwork, you housing consultants out there, that needs to be perfect. You need to slow down and pay attention to the details and get that right so that the bank can make the correct decisions, so that they're able to make decisions based on having all the information, so that your ops team can do what they need to do with all the documentation. That is being perfect. That's where it counts. Okay. Your follow-up, it's got to be quick. Leads come in, make the call. That's got to be perfect. It's got to be your routine. That's got to be what you do. That's got to be who you are, right? And high performers learn from the mistakes. Hey, we tried this. It didn't work. Let's adjust. Let's move here. Let's do this. Let's tweak that. Like I mentioned, it's always making adjustments to progress. It's a conversation I've had with the team here with us. Hey, look, we need to continue to get better. As long as everyone is striving to make everything better, we're going to be great. But if I allowed things to be the same way now, November 18th, as they were in April 2023, nobody would be paying attention to us. But because we keep making things better, whether it's graphics or videos or thumbnails or whatever, it's always about how can we make it better. And when you do that, like I said, it keeps you engaged, it keeps you excited, it keeps you moving forward. Because here's the thing, the status quo, what the way things have always run is that most people say, hey man, it's as long as it's good enough. Let's just get there, right? That good enough sucks. Average sucks. Leave that all behind. Don't let that be you anymore. Your clients need you to be better. The industry needs you to be better. You need to continue to grow. You need to continue to progress. You always chase perfection and you attain excellence. If you're using the same process that you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, if you're calling people the same way you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you're not progressing. You're not chasing perfection. You're getting passed up by everybody else who is. Don't believe me? Okay, that's all right. Don't be pissed off when other people are doing better, getting the promotions, getting all these other things that you're not. Simply because you feel that I've been doing this the same way, this way, and it's worked. Hey, I'm sure it has. But understand, there's more that you could do, and you should be doing more, right? So we challenge status quo by adopting the mindset that good enough is not truly ever enough. Good enough is not truly ever enough. Go chase it, go make it happen, because high performing housing consultants, they go beyond the basics of just seeking to perfect their skills, right? A high performing housing consultant is going to chase perfection in enhancing their skills, enhancing the buying experience, and enhancing themselves as an individual, as a professional. You do that, always seeking perfection, you continue to improve. I don't care if you're 22 or 52. As long as you continue to push yourself, you will continue to make progress. You may not ever reach perfection. You won't reach perfection, but you will reach excellence. And excellence is what this world needs. Excellence is what your team needs. Excellence is what your community and your clients need. They need excellence from you. Do that, right? Top 5 ways to be able to get this done. Let's get into our list. First and foremost, you got to refine your sales process. What's your sales process like now? How long have you been doing it that way? Are you still greeting people at the door and asking them what brought them in? Are you still just spending a few minutes with them going outside? Are you asking the same tired questions you've been asking the last 5-10 years? Are you simply doing things the way you've always done it because you're too damn lazy to get better? Because you've convinced yourself so far somehow that what you do is good enough? Kind of hurts, right? It sucks to hear it that way, but it's the truth. Refine it, man. Make it better. Make it better. Master your product knowledge. Look, things have changed. How houses have changed. The financing has changed. So much has changed within the industry. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. From the products to the construction, to the warranties, to the financing, to the different qualifications for financing, to the different rates and how they get affected by different types of criteria, all of these things. It's never ending. Kaizen, Japanese philosophy of continuous improvement. That's what we live by here. That's been my expectation of myself, and that's the expectation I put on my team. That's the expectation I put on the product that we put out. Is we're always improving, always getting better. We won't be where we're at now 19 months from now. The product will be that much better, and so will everything else. The team, everything. Deliver exceptional customer service. That right there is so important. You've got to make sure you're enhancing the buyer experience. You're delivering that exceptional customer service. And the only way you're going to do that is by seeking regular feedback. Being open to what people are telling you needs to get improved. Being open to what people say, you do great. And take that with a grain of salt. Don't let that get to your head. Don't let that affect you to where you let your foot off the gas because, oh man, these people say I did this fantastic. That's awesome. That's the way it should be. But seek that regular feedback. It'll only make you better. Don't run from it. Don't be offended by it. Leave your ego out of it. The feedback is simply to help you get better. I still get it. I'll give feedback, and you'll get those people that get all their feathers get ruffled and they have to bow up, right? When they don't understand that it's simply to highlight the opportunities for improvement. That's what it is. And lastly, invest in your professional development. What are you doing right now to get better? What are you going to do next year to get better? I know a lot of you heard about our 2025 Path to Mastery event happening today and tomorrow. That didn't get signed up. Hey, that's okay. We're doing these things for those folks that want to improve. And we do it at minimal investment. Right? And there's other programs, there's other things out there that cost tens of thousands of dollars more, thousands of dollars more than what we're doing. But what I will tell you is this, our programs, everything that we put out is simply to help you get better. But whether it's with us or anything else, you should invest in your professional development. Struggling to speak to people, invest in some communication skills classes, invest in Toastmasters, invest in things that are going to help you get better at speaking to people. You're struggling with your finance knowledge? Well, invest in that. Maybe your investment in that is just a matter of time. It's not even money. Call the bank reps and get some training with them. I mean, you can invest money and get training with us, but I'm just saying you can do that stuff for free. But it's an investment of time and effort. Are you willing to do that? What about in your health, in your family, and everything that has to do with your life? Invest in your professional development. That is huge. Because again, we're striving for perfection. We strive for perfection, which leads to improvements consistently. And that leads to progress. You're never going to reach perfection, but you will have progress. And that's what it's all about. Be 1% better today than you were yesterday. Things are not going to work out to your favor. Just like that client I spoke to this morning, or just like what's going on with me right now. Having to deal with stuff, but you know what? You can't let it get in the way. You've got to keep moving. You can't let things affect your momentum. Believe me, there's going to come a time where you come to a rapid halt. The day's coming for all of us. So you might as well be going 100,000% each and every day until that day comes. because the world needs you. You have greatness within you. You do. You just got to bring it out. You got to accept it, and you've got to use it. You got to use it for good. And if there's a way that we can help you here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, please feel free to reach out. Go check out our new homepage. Pretty excited about it. All right. ManufacturedHomeSalesMastery.com. And for those of you that are going to be on our 2025 Path to Mastery event tonight and tomorrow, we appreciate you guys being with us. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Those books for it, man, sweet, if I do say so myself. All right. But we look forward to being able to do that as well tonight. Man, it's just what we do. And then we're still working on some other things, some other great things for 2025 already. So make it a great Monday. Attack the week. Don't slow down. No matter what's happening. Phones ain't working. Pick up the cell phone. This one should be working, unless you didn't pay the bill. I don't know. But just, you didn't pay the bills because you got to sell some more houses. You guys have a great week, man. If there's a way we can help you, reach out to us here. Until then, can't wait to meet you.